The Great Resignation refers to the millions of Americans leaving their jobs during the pandemic. So what's causing it and how is it impacting us locally? 3 News Now reporter Isabella Basco shares the stories of those who are feeling called to make a change.
Just seeing everything that happened and as many people died and were affected by it negatively, you really gotta go for what you're more passionate about and what you enjoy more.
During the pandemic, Hunter Mulligan wanted something different. In Omaha, he was managing government subcontracts, but he wanted to feel more excited about work, so he made a change working with motorcycles in South Dakota.
What I actually enjoy looking at or watching or researching on my own time personally actually helps and applies to my current job. So it just makes it a lot more fun. Plus, I get to be around all these really cool, motorcycles and people that I've followed for years and watched them build bikes. And now I just get to be a part of it.
Mulligan's story is a reflection of the millions of people who are also making transitions.
They want more meaning in work. They want it to fit their values better. They want the hours to fit their lifestyle. So I'm seeing quite a bit of difference between what people are needing prior to COVID and post-COVID.
Omaha career coach Cindy Wagner says if you want to make a change, you'll have to embark on a self-discovery.
What am I good at and what do I love and what are my interests and then what kind of job will that fit? Where would I be happier? I think it takes time. It takes discussions with somebody.
According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the unemployment rate for Omaha is sitting at 1.7%, a historic low.
Just about everyone that wants a job can seem to land a job. What that generally means is that wages will get bid up a little bit. And the result of that is that people start looking for positions that are probably better than what they currently have.
UNO economics professor Chris Decker says we've had these waves of resignations in the past.
When I looked at the recent data, the spike in resignations over the last 8 months or so has been historically high when you compare to other, and that's nationwide. So yeah, I do stand by the notion that this is cyclical, but it's a pretty extreme cycle.
There's probably 20 to 30,000 people that have left and haven't shown back up yet. And those would be people that aren't working and also are not actively seeking work. So they may have dropped out to care for children. They may be returning to education, have family commitments, maybe health concerns that are keeping them out of the labor force.
The Nebraska Department of Labor Scott Hunziker says certain occupations are hit harder than others.
Right now, the healthcare occupations seem to be the ones that have the most job postings with the fewest candidates, specifically registered nurses throughout the state.
Ultimately, Wagner believes this pandemic is shifting hearts and minds to find meaning in the work we do.
The goal is to have a job where your values on how you want to impact the world is able to materialize that in some way, that you're making some difference to someone.
Just in general, so many facets of my well-being have improved from finding a job that actually is more suited for me.
Right now, there are more than 51,000 job openings on the Department of Labor's website. Well, are you also considering a transition too? 3 News Now reporter Isabella Basco joins us live in studio to share some tips on taking that next step. Now, Isabella, what are some resources people can use if they decide they want to find a job they love?
Well, good question, Vanessa. If you're looking for more options, we have them for you, and there's several of them. Right behind me, you can see that there's humanmetrics.com, and it's a free aptitude test. It's commonly referred to as Myers-Briggs. So if you've heard those letters like ENFJ, ENFP, that's kind of what that is. It gives you a formula based on a questionnaire they give you. And you can find a list of careers based on your personality type. There's also 123test.com and careeronestop.org.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, kind of determining what your personality type is like and what it would fit into depending on what you do. So what about creating a resume or finding a job? Where can people find those resources?
Another good question. So anyworks.nebraska.gov, you can see it right behind me. It's a site that you can use to find jobs based on your location. You can create a resume online, upload it so employers can see it. So you have all of those wealth of resources right there at your fingertips.
Awesome, really helpful tips. Thanks so much, Isabella. And we obviously gave you a lot of tips here. So if you want a more complete list, just head to our website, 3newsnow.com.